Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. So this week, just want to do a little quick check-in on how things are going. I do have a lot of things on my mind, so it's a bit hard to organize it all. But there were some key things that kind of stood out this week as I started jotting them down in my journal. But one important thing, at least that's standing out this week, is learning how to declutter and sort of remove or temper my expectations on what I can create this year and the amount of time that I have. And part of that is sort of just going through the process and figuring out along the way. So I will be talking more about that a little bit later on. But yeah, anyways, it's been a fairly good week. I'm not too busy at work, and I decided I wanted to try to take a different route with whatever I'm drawing. I'm trying to get a little bit more painting in, a little bit more drawing in. I'm still kind of figuring this out as I go, but I definitely do think I want to, stick to painting and drawing for the time being, as opposed to doing any work in Illustrator or any sort of vector hardline work. I think they're still really fun, but I will probably circle back to them after I get a pretty steady hold on painting and drawing. But anyways, so moving on to the lessons that I learned this week. The first one is trusting the process. The next one is tools. And the last one is decluttering. So going on the first one, trust in the process, somewhat unrelated to my art art journey, but it is still quite relevant, is that I've always had a hard time working out or being consistent with working out. And so this year, just to make things way much easier for myself, I decided to work on only one habit, and that habit is to work out 15 minutes every day, and that's it. Whether that's something simple, most of the time I do running and then some weightlifting, and just showing up every day. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters what I eat, but it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really matter any other things, I guess. I just want to make sure that I just show up to perform that one habit, just have that one focus. And for a while I wondered how long it would take for me to even see results or feel better or whatever. And I think it has shown now that I've done it for a little over a month consistently. Just showing up, I definitely feel that I am a lot stronger and that I have made some gains. But those sort of gains don't really appear until after some time has passed. And I feel like that's where I am in my art journey right now, is that I literally just started, and I have been showing up every single day to just do art, practice art, focus on art, plan around it. And obviously, I don't feel like I'm making much traction, or the results haven't come to a point where I can acknowledge it yet. But I do believe that showing up and trusting in the process is very important. And so that was the first lesson for this week. Moving on to the next one, which is tools. Something that kind of came up during my talk with my therapist was having tools to kind of combat, negative self-talk or anxiety or stressful situations. And it somehow, for some reason, finally just clicked to me that of course I can develop tools to tackle problems that I have, just like how you have tools to fix your house. You also have tools to, fix any issues that you're going through in the day-to-day life. And so this week I started building up a tool set of things that I need to combat negative self-talk and stress and anxiety, or when I just need some joy in my life. And having those tools written down physically, as well as just having it placed somewhere where I can see, I think it's definitely helped me stay in a more positive mindset as I continue on this journey. And then moving on from that, not that great at making these smooth in talking points, but the next point is decluttering. And this has just been something I've been slowly sort of chipping away at anyways. So if you ever read the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, he breaks down the process of essentialism by going through explore, eliminate, and then execute. And explore essentially just means you're sort of just testing things out, playing, experimenting, doing things so that you can kind of understand what you are naturally drawn to and interested in. And then eliminate is sort of the process where you start removing things that don't essentially align with yourself. And I'm sort of still in that phase of explore and eliminate. I'm still exploring the style of art that I want to do. I'm still exploring what I even want to do with it. And I'm slowly beginning to sort of eliminate anything related to design. Not because I don't want to do design, it's just that it's not an area of focus at this moment. And I will likely come back to design sometime later in a few years or whatever. But it's just not important right now, aside from my job. And I don't need to dedicate any more class time to learning how to design when I already know how to do design. And so I eliminated anything related to that, as well as anything related to creating, generating income, because that's a whole nother thing that would end up taking my mental space and time. And I just want to focus on literally just make art and just make a shit ton of art. That's it. And so I guess that's part of the execute is I'm sort of in this, amorphous process of exploring, limiting, and executing. It goes in a constant cycle all the time, but I am learning to declutter a lot of my mental space as well as my physical space, and my calendar plans, so that I can feel a lot more relaxed and a lot more ready to kind of create and have fun with it. But yeah, that's essentially all that I have this week. I mean, there was a lot more, but I kind of want to keep these videos short, so I'm gonna try to end it there. But if you are here for my journey, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you the next time. Goodbye.